Ahmed Johnson. He's been doing a lot of the interviews lately. He wishes he had faced Goldberg in his prime. That would have been something. That would have been something interesting.
Hello everyone at the Icons of Wrestling convention here at the old ECW Arena. This is Bill Apter and my guest, an old friend of mine, Ahmed Johnson. Welcome to the Apter Chat.
Hey, I'm glad to be here, man. Glad to come out and see all the fans, and it's been a pretty good show so far.
It's good to see you, Ahmed.
Look at this, one of the great Intercontinental champions.
Yes, sir.
Here, you held it for what year to what year?
Goldust had it go.
Man, I don't even.
I'm bad at that, but our Apter chatters will know that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so tell us about your days in WWF back then. What were the highlights besides you winning the belt?
First of all, I want to say I would have never been there without you.
Well, thank you.
I mean, even when I was in the little leagues, you used to write about me.
We did.
And that got me boosted up and got me into big leagues. But it was nice. I mean, I enjoyed it while I was there.
What was it like to work one-on-one with Vince McMahon Jr.?
It was cool, man. I mean, he's the boss, and he let you know he's the boss.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, there were times you two might have butt heads or anything, but it didn't matter. It was for business.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. People always ask about opponents that you wrestled there. If you had your choice of one guy that you wanted to wrestle over and over again, who would that have been?
You know who I would say? Vader.
Oh, yeah.
I love wrestling Vader because he was a shooter and he didn't mind if you shot back on him, you know?
Yeah.
That's the way he did, that's the way he worked.
Well, you worked very tight just like he did, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love working Vader, man.
Yeah. So what,
that match was
when
rough.
Did you finally
was rough.
call it a day in terms of pro wrestling?
Well, my sister got sick with cancer. And I went to go see her, and she wasn't doing too well, and all that was on my mind, along with a bunch of other stuff that was on my mind. And
I hate that he had to keep clearing this up because hearing 2 and 3 and 4 or 5 stories, he got beat up and kicked out, thrown out of the building by the nation or something like that. Then he got fired. I guess technically he quit, but I don't know about it getting fired. He said he told why he left. Then there's some dumbass storyline he wasn't about to do. He said that shit ain't happening. So I'm glad he he cleared it up. She didn't have to keep clearing it up because he done said why he left. You know, that was family business, and can't get mad at him about that.
Right.
I just decided it was time. You know, if Vince won't give me time off, it was time for me just to walk.
Absolutely. So what did you wind up doing? You moved back to Texas, right?
Yeah, I'm working for an oil company called Dresser-Ram.
Oh, and what do you do for them?
Sit back and do what's called inventory and stuff like that.
Inventory and
Texas.
stuff like that. Do people come, new hires that come into the company and they're introduced around? Do some of them recognize what you
Yeah, they do.
What are some of the things they say to you?
You know?
I know in an real old interview, he said he was in I guess he moved around a lot, Indiana and I think he said Florida. I don't know if he said he's from Indiana or Florida, but I know he said he's not from no Mississippi. That was part of the character. But he said he interviewed this real old interview. He's in Indiana, and he's in Florida for a minute. But yeah, he said he wasn't from no what's that called? Pearl River, Mississippi. That was the character.
Where you been, man? Why you working here, man? But Dresser-Ram paid very good. The oil company industry, period, pays good money.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I got
That's where you are. You hit oil. You struck oil.
I struck oil.
I love it. I love it. What do you still follow the wrestling business?
No, on there don't, Bill.
Okay. I was wondering if there's anyone in the business you see today that has been shining that you would have loved. What's the match you never had against somebody that you would have loved to have had?
I would love to have a match against Goldberg.
Oh, so what? Let's say you in your prime, Goldberg in his prime, play-by-play here, what happens?
I think he gets a little bit in, then I get mine in, Then I beat him with a Pearl River plunge.
What happens if he spears you?
I think I got up from it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, because not many people did.
So Ahmed played football
They
too.
say he
Now.
was the black Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah,
He come out like that, no trunks, no socks.
So he was the white Ahmed Johnson?
Yeah,
No, we got mixed up. Actually, he was also the Caucasian Mike Tyson. Because it was always like a one-round knockout for Goldberg.
Oh yeah, always. They gave him a big push.
When people saw you wrestling, you were so great with the kids. The kids absolutely adored you. Why don't you look into the camera and tell the people, the kids and the adults who supported you, what you think of their support?
Well, first of all, I appreciate all the support I got from the kids, and the kids are grown adults now, and they're still supporting me.
Yeah.
And I can't stop that, and I love that, and I love everybody that stood behind me and backed me up.
That's great. That's great. Can people find you anywhere on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, all of it.
All right. This is Bill Apter with Ahmed Johnson, and if you wouldn't mind pointing out to the camera, we'll see you at the matches.
We'll see you at the match.
You got it.
It's good to see him doing good. 'Cause like I said, I ain't seen him for a long time, and then like the last, say 2 years, he was doing a lot of interviews. I just put in, the search, see if anything coming up, and there it was. I found some interviews. Some of them were like a year or two old, and some of them were like from 6-7 months ago. So he's doing good. So, and then he's like you said, he's on Facebook. So, but yeah, that match, that would have been something, because he was in WCW in early 2000 for a minute, but he said he wasn't like he was in the 90s. He said he that's why he said he had to leave that mess, because he said he wasn't at the shape he was in the 90s. But he was in WCW for a minute. But yeah, that would have been something if it was Ahmed from 97 and Goldberg from 97. I mean, the Goldberg, I know he was a rookie, but he had some intensity in there, and I hope it was Ahmed Johnson intensity, but he had some in there. That would have been something. But who would have been the bad guy? Who would have been doing dirt? I don't know. It would have been interesting. Yeah, the two powerhouses. That would have been that'd be a serious match.